Hello everybody, my name is Sky and this is Nemo, and welcome back to Subnautica. A quick formal apology for the what became of stream. Well, it was supposed to be part 3 but became part 2.5. It kind of just stopped working. I tried broadcasting again and streaming again and it just wouldn't let me, even though everything on my end was working correctly. Internet was fine, connection was fine, it just would not let me stream anymore. Don't know what happened. Sorry about that. But we are back. We are here today. We're trying to find parts for the laser cutter. So I was thinking, if you remember, we came across a couple of life pods that actually had notes about a rendezvous point, and one of the life pods was directly beneath an island right over there in that foggy area in the distance. So I think that might actually be a good place for us to find some of those pieces. Also, just a quick warning. If you hear talking behind my own mic on occasion, that would be the show The Orville. I am currently watching it in the background as a way to help keep me sane while I work my way around in this terrifying world at night. Because it's night for me when I stream this. Usually when I stream at night, it is just me, myself, and I. So I keep a show turned on to keep me company. Although I do occasionally have a very lovely nighttime lurker who hangs out for a majority of the stream. I do not know their name, but they're here every night when I stream at night, and I appreciate them for keeping me company. Have we checked out this area? Wouldn't hurt to see. Oh, there's a beacon fragment. Hell yeah. That's convenient. Alright. Actually, I think before we keep going to the island, we are going to craft a few beacons to have on us. Beacons are super helpful for finding your way around a map with no map. It looks like that might have been the only scannable piece. There's a sea glide down here. We'll grab the titanium from it. Ooh, crashfish. There's another one down there. Let's activate it and we can also steal his sulfur. Angsty. Take that. And that. Push this out of the way. There we go. Alright, let's head back and let's make a couple beacons. And just so we can have some on us, for when we find points of interest, we can mark them. Gonna try to be nice and slow whenever I pull in around the life pod from now on. If you remember, I did pick up an infected hoverfish with the intention of curing it eventually if we found an enzyme peeper. And while I'm no longer carrying him on my person, he does still have a space here near my life pod. He's gonna hang out in the area, so we need to keep an eye on him. If we find an enzyme peeper, we can carry him over there to it. Alrighty, let's go and find that island. Oh, we're just gonna ignore this. This isn't happening. It's fine. Everything's fine. You didn't see anything. Alright, before we push forward, I'm gonna go ahead and repair what I broke from bopping it along. Just in case you don't want to get caught out there with your pants down, you know? There we go. Hi, Munchkin Man.
Board the Aurora, repair the long-range comms, make contact with the other survivors. We can't be the only two that made it.
Those are not the orders the captain gave me, and they are not the orders I'm giving you.
This isn't chain of command, it's survival.
My obligations as acting commander don't turn on their convenience. Get out of the water.
If I get into trouble, I'll send you my coordinates.
I can't let you go alone.
Then come with me.
You don't leave me much choice.
Received emergency transmission from Second Officer Keen, 2 hours after last activity.
Rendezvous was a failure. Intercepted a transmission from Altera HQ. Seems they sent a data package to the Aurora. We were intercepted by a Leviathan-class predator before we could reach the ship. Consider the CTO and I lost at sea. Be safe. Keen, out.
Picking up multiple energy signatures on the island's surface.
Okay, so there is something here. And they were here. Dang, they actually chose like some pretty nice places for habitats. Looks like they got another one down there. There's one across the way. But like, damn, they got themselves some good view set up. Like honestly, it's one of those things where it's like if you're gonna be caught on a planet like this, setting up right on top of a hill, not a bad choice. Wow. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. It's so pretty up here. Hell yeah. Got plenty of habitat stuff that we can scan now, so that we can build it ourselves later. Takes a while to scan the habitat stuff because it's so big. Ooh, an observatory. Hell yeah.
New blueprint acquired. New blueprint acquired.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it.
This says number 3. We're gonna wait to listen to these until we've searched everything, just in case there's an order to listen to them into. Sound good? Ooh, got some cool things here. Got a little greenhouse thing going on. Cute. Indoor grow bed. Fern palm. Lantern tree. You can pick the fruit. Fruit's pretty big. Ooh, but it gives us food and water. I'm gonna grab a couple of those and snack up real quick. Hell yeah. And we'll just take a couple more to go, just in case. It's starting to get dark. Let's grab our flashlight. And we'll put it in place of the repair.
Yeah.
Carefully make our way down.
New blueprint acquired. Integrating new PDA data. New blueprint acquired. New blueprint acquired. New blueprint acquired. Integrating new PDA data. Integrating new PDA data. Integrating new PDA data. Signal location uploaded to PDA. Integrating new PDA data. Integrating new PDA data.
I feel like there's something else around here, and I'm just not seeing it. Sometimes your instincts are correct. Well, when in doubt, put a save out. Okay, so they are transports. Do we note it? Seamoth is 2,000 miles or 2,000 meters away. Where are we? Oh, I know where we are. We're on the freaking weapon island that shot down the sunbeam. Okay, so the two islands are connected to each other. Duly noted. So that means if we go back through. Alright, I guess that's somehow useful. Oh jeez, lighting got kind of weird there. Alrighty, I think we might have everything to find, maybe? Let's head back into the sea moth. Oh gosh, that did not cushion us at all like I thought it would. And let's go through our logs that we got. Let's see here. We have indigenous life forms. That's not what we're looking for. Degassi survivors. So Bart Torgal's log number 3. That's the only one that we found up here. There's a Paul Torgal, so I guess they were brothers. But we'll go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this one.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it. Now that I'm back here, I'm finding it hard to enjoy alone. Father was right. We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. The visions are getting worse. Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
Wait a second. These guys aren't from our crash. This isn't the first time an Altera's ship has been shot down onto this planet. It's not the first time there's been survivors either. So this guy, Bart, and I'm assuming that's his father, Paul, and someone named Marguerite. Interesting.
This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators, fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship, and your kid says we're gonna starve without more grow beds. Speak up, kid.
It's true, Father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us.
All I'm saying is ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding. Sooner or later, we'll get our feet wet.
The rest of your life may have been a fight, Maida, but I've made my decision. You want to forfeit your emergency pay to take a swim? Go ahead.
Believe me, I'm thinking on it.
Son, I said wait for the storm to pass. Your life's more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief. Chief!
What?
You know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of stormwater? Or how to conjure food from the air?
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, what's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like. Let him go deal with the plants.
Son, go deal with the plants.
Bart, Torgal has disembarked the habitat.
Interfere with my family again, and when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me?
No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. And no staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. Only choice we got is whether to get buried with it. You see, Chief, you brought us to this sodden planet. Told us we'd see a lush payday. Now what do we got some 6 weeks later? A dead crew, a habitat that's half buried, food washed away.
I suppose the executive decisions would be better left to someone with your extensive experience of hitting people in the face.
I know enough not to take unscheduled detours to uncharted planets. That's something you don't want to learn the hard way.
Easy to judge a decision in hindsight. Harder to come up with a plan of your own.
Got one already. We take what we can carry and hunker down in a cave somewhere. I scouted a site, a couple 100 meters deep, lots of metal deposits.
How do you imagine we'd live?
With ready access to building materials, like damn queens, a couple of water filters, a bioreactor, fresh fish. But Chief, we'll eat seaweed salad and drink our own urine if that's what it takes. All that matters is, do you got something better?
Send the coordinates to my PDA. I'll review your proposal.
Interesting. So, unlike us, they didn't crash down here. They chose to come here, and then they couldn't leave.
What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
It's not even scratched.
Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing.
We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens. Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here.
Marguerite sounds like a badass. Now that's a character I'd like to meet.
Chief's log, 5 weeks since the crash. The only other survivors are my son, Bart, and Maida, the cut-price mercenary I commissioned for the journey. After days drifting in the life pod, rain hammering on the roof, the weather cleared and we washed up here. I had Maida salvage the Degazi wreck, set Bart to finding us a stable source of food. His education is paying off sooner than I'd anticipated. Our only problem is Maida. She says the weather's going to turn. I say she's finding excuses to risk our lives. I imagine she's not going to weaken her life without a physical altercation, and she's itching for a fight. In every judgment she makes, things go from bad to worse. If she had my experience, she'd have more faith. Humans have spent millennia specializing in how to shackle nature to our will. This planet won't cause us any new problems. My one task now is to keep us alive, as comfortably as possible, until the insurance company arranges rescue. In this part of space, that could be months, or even years.
So they did get shot down, but only because the guy went out of his way to come close to the planet in an attempt to scavenge from it. It gave us a point for where their next habitat idea was. Let's see where that's located. It's 250 meters down. We could technically make that, though it's quite a ways away. Guess we'll start heading. I just remembered where it is. Okay. We're gonna have to find a different entrance, but I know where to go. We just need to make our way to the red coral, or red kelp, red kelp grassy plateau. Okay, so this is where the red kelp starts. So now we need to turn ourselves onto our tops and scan the bottom. Y'all remember where we found that sandstone? The entry point with the purple light shroom things? That's what we're looking for. Where was that entrance at? I know it was like on the edge of the kelp. Not that far over the edge. Not very often that I kind of wish it was dark in Subnautica. It does make it easier to see the entrance to the cave system though when it's dark. Does it sit down here? Yes. There's a few different entrances as you can tell. I'm wondering if... Get off me, you stupid biters. I'm wondering if maybe we should set a beacon up here. We can pick it up when we come out, but just set a beacon up right here so that way we can easily find the entrance. I was gonna say, where's the beacon? There's the beacon. Set it right here. Gonna go ahead and swap this battery out. Now, we have to keep in mind, one, there are large predators down here. They're not too aggressive, but they are pretty big. They can do decent amount of damage. And two, our sea moth can only go 200 meters deep. And if I remember correctly, that's literally we can only skim the top of the cave system. We cannot risk going too low, and we are going to have to make occasional stops to repair our thing as we go. Oh, we actually don't, because we ended up coming down right over top of it, which is great. So we can just leave this right up here. But when it comes to exploring the rest of the cave system, we will have to stick very, very close to the roof. And as you can see, it's spiked, so we have to kind of follow that line through the spikes and just stick close to the rooftop.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency.
We'll go ahead and put on our rebreather. And there's radiation. Cool. Neat. It's fine. Gonna stay away from that jelly thing.
Meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
And we're just gonna scoot on by here. Carefully. Those things are poisonous. And let's check this place out. Keep an eye on our oxygen. Don't we have a propulsion cannon already? No, I didn't make one because I said that it wasn't necessary yet. No, stupid of me. Which have to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. We'll check out everything when we get back up top.
Integrating new PDA data. "30 seconds. Signal location uploaded to PDA. Integrate PDA data. Oxygen.
Oh, quick, Hey. This is difficult. I wish we could use a rebreather. Try to scoot a little bit closer with my sea moth.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Alright.
Seek fluid intake. New blueprint acquired. Into 30 seconds. PDA data. Oxygen.
Oh no. No, 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 no.
Warning. Maximum depth reached.
Oh
Hull
gosh.
damage imminent.
We are really pushing it. Okay. We've gotten all that stuff done though. Now we just need to get up the upstairs area cleared out. I think we've officially reached the point where when it comes to doing exploration, we're not going to be able to continue without getting some upgrades. And I think in order to get the upgrades, we have to build a moon pool and start building a habitat. I'm just hanging out to see what that snake does. Alright, cool.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Like, there's nothing worse than when you're trying your best to get out as quickly as possible, but you just keep getting stuck on stuff. Especially when you're trying to avoid these things. Okay, there's another PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
We just got a gold trophy for picking up that PDA. It was called Follow the Degassi. So that might have been the last PDA we needed from them. And I think that's it for everything inside. Now we can go and grab a breath, and then we can kind of
30
bebop around
seconds.
on the outside of it and see if they have anything useful on the outside. Yeah. Gotta squeeze
Seek
through there.
fluid intake immediately.
Yeah, I don't have any fluid stuff on me.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
It's not gonna, like, kill me, is it? I have a rotten lantern fruit, which would actually be worse for me. Just gonna have to suffer. It is what it is. Alright. Let's go check out, see if there's anything else to scan.
New blueprint acquired. Seconds. Oxygen.
Alright, I'm gonna make one more dive down just to make sure everything's clear, and then we're gonna head back to the life pod first and, like, grab some bladderfish, mix some water and stuff like that. But then we'll go over everything that we found over here.
Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
The only thing I want to check is make sure there's nothing hidden in here. See? That's what I thought. So there was one more. Also, I'm sorry if me making like the or noises bothers you. I apologize. I don't mean to do that. I don't want to do it. It's my autistic brain just being like, this is what we should do. Alrighty. For now, that should be good. But we definitely are going to need to get upgrades for the sea moth before we can start properly exploring stuff like that. Let's grab our beacon. Boop. You get away from my sea moth, mister. It's already damaged enough without you putting anything extra in it. That's mobile vehicle blade fragment. Still no laser cutter fragments, which is honestly baffling me, considering that they're supposed to be super common.
Seek fluid intake.
Yeah.
Hee, I'm in danger. Alright, quick, let's grab some bladderfish. Come here. Oh shit, I'm dying like right now. Oh no, I think it's just getting dark. Oh, it's just an eclipse. Though, to be fair, if we were to die right here, it wouldn't be the worst place to die. Because we're just in our life pod. There we go. That should be enough to stabilize us while we find some more.
Seek fluid intake. Vital signs stable.
Alrighty. We've pretty much reached the point where our best bet now is to start base building. However, we still don't have the moon pool, so what I'm going to do is we're going to do some very minor exploring. Where is the ship? Where's the ship? There's the ship. We're going to do some minor exploring, not... I hope whatever that was I hit that wasn't the... Okay, it was a whole fish, it's fine. But we're going to do some minor exploring a little bit over this way, just to see if we can't find maybe the laser thing, maybe parts of a moon pool. It just feels like we're still missing some major stuff that we need. I actually need to repair this real quick. Repair tool. Pop that in there. So yeah, just some quick minor exploring. Finally, we found one. Alright, we need one more.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Of course, the last piece we need is surrounded by very angsty sand sharks. We're gonna give them a little bit of a bop, just to kind of tell them to fuck off. This is my space. You guys leave me alone. Let me work. Alright. Hopefully this should be enough for them to just leave us alone just for enough where we can grab it. Alright, laser cutter. Hell yeah. Now we can explore all the locked places that we couldn't before. Again, now that we have this, we can go and explore the areas that we could not reach.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
No! Nemo! Fucking biters! Ate Nemo again! God damn it, now we need another Nemo.
New blueprint acquired. 30 seconds. Oxygen. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
That's odd. It's only 250 meters down. That's no deeper than the Degrassi base was, and we just cleared that. We should be able to get that. Hell, real quick, oh, did we even go through the I keep saying Degrassi, Degassi stuff? We didn't. All right, let's go through the Degassi stuff. We'll give us a view real quick. There we go. Got a nice dark background there.
I thought it might get claustrophobic living underwater. Father feels it is. He'd tell me it was childish, but I stare out of the window and sometimes I think how lucky I am to see this world up close. Back on the island, I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here. The fish, they glow. There's one that's 90% eyeball. Snakes twice the length of a habitat compartment. Certainly, it's not all friendly. Most of the plant life is toxic. I learned that the hard way. But I've managed to coax some marble melons into growing indoors. And when they don't cover our dietary needs, well, we eat the fish themselves. It's a bit gross, but it's nothing they wouldn't do. I've been attempting to document my findings. Father approves. He says understanding is power, that the more we know about this planet, the more we can use it to our advantage. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's not easy without proper equipment and network access, but the old-fashioned way, observing, taking notes, testing theories, shows me the world in a way a spectroscopic analysis never could. Lately, I've been watching the crab snakes. They ambush their prey as it tries to feed on the mushrooms they hide in. What they don't eat settles on the seabed, which fertilizes the mushrooms, which feeds the herbivores, and so the chain continues. Co-evolution gives me the fuzzies. Something incredible just happened. Since we're down here, I had this plan to build equipment and study the life forms we were encountering, but I didn't have enough enameled glass. So, I started looking for a natural substrate that would strengthen the glass we have, and those stalker teeth we've been finding fit the bill. Only, well, we needed more. That's when Marguerite got interested. She actually listened to me, more than I can say for Father, and I worked up the courage to talk about my more tentative theories. When I told her they were attracted to metal deposits, that their teeth get dislodged when they pick them up, her eyes narrowed and she dashed out of the room. 3 hours later, she came back, her pack loaded down with stalker teeth. I asked her about it, and she shrugged and said my theories were good. Said she had the meeting out of the palm of her hand. I think she meant it literally. She is incredible. She went out to the kelp forest armed with just a heat blade and went fin to fin with a pack of stalkers. On the one hand, that is the coolest thing I have ever heard. On the other, I hope the stalkers didn't come off worse than Marguerite did. She had a huge gash on her forearm. I don't think things went as smoothly as she made out. And what's the point in surviving here if we have to kill everything that makes it so wonderful? I wish I knew more about these animals. But Father won't let me leave the habitat. Maybe with all this glass, we could build a containment unit and get up close to them.
Son, there is always a pecking order, and in our world, money makes the hierarchy. I pay Maida a fraction of what I pay you, and you a fraction of what I pay me.
If money makes the hierarchy, why is Marguerite making the decisions?
We need her. We let her think what she likes, so long as she does what she's told.
What if she doesn't?
For enough money, she will. People always do. We're already 200 meters below sea level. You want to go deeper?
Look around us, Chief. Water leaking through the hull, water outside the hatch. We're drowning real slow. If rescue arrives, whatever shot us down, it's gonna do it again and again until it's shut off. You see an off switch around here, Chief?
Why would it any more likely be half a kilometer down?
Your kid found something on the scanner. There's something down there. Something that shouldn't be.
You're mad.
I'm going all the same, and I've an idea you two are gonna follow. But if you do, be mindful. Your authority stopped at sea level.
You know what Maida told me today? She wants to build a habitat 500 meters below sea level, more than a kilometer northeast of here. And she needs Bart and I to do it. She's got it into her head that she can save us if she just acts recklessly enough. But I've hauled Star Wars to Neptune, Plasteel to the Federation. This family operates 9 different mining colonies across the Ariadne Arm. Maida thinks she's better suited to lead. Her contract still says otherwise. But I just cannot damn well tell whether it's the stupidest idea I ever heard, or my only hope. I turned 80 years old last week. I thought I had another 80 in me, but marooned on this planet, there's no swapping out of my liver when the old one fails. Here, I'm mortal. And Maida is useful. So, it's my responsibility to make a decision. Return to the island and hope whatever knocked the Degazi out of the sky won't do the same to the rescue ship. Or take us deeper in search of answers. And all the while be hoping old age gets me before the sea monsters do. I'll give Maida just one thing. She was right about these caves. There's enough lithium there to fabricate 100 tons of plasteel. Enough for a damn fleet of Cyclops submarines. There was nothing anyone could have done to avoid crashing here. But I was right to order the detour. If we get off this planet, they'll be talking about the Torgal share price on the other side of the Federation.
Even after everything they went through, his mind is still just on money. Like, dude, you literally stranded everybody on an alien planet with pretty much no hopes from what you could see of being rescued. And you're still just like, but hey, there's so much material here. We could totally make money off of it. Oh, wrong thought processing, buddy. Alright, so let me think for a second here, because like we can go and get that, but it's dark. And we do need to start working on building a habitat for ourselves. Let me see what we actually have already available to build. It's unfortunate we haven't found moon pool pieces. That's a really big one that is very important and I want to get done. But we can do a multi-purpose room or a large room. Requires 2 plasteel ingots. And hatches of quartz and titanium. What costs for plasteel ingots? That should be doable. We should be able to throw down a large room and a hatch. We can start working on that. I need 1 piece of quartz. Should be able to find one in the coral tubes. Alrighty. I usually make multiple bases in a game, but the first one is always kind of close to the life pod just for like referencing of travel. But we do need a place that's deep enough. This feels nice right here. Alright, let's equip our habitat builder. I need another plasteel ingot. So we need some more titanium. We already have the lithium. I think the best place to grab some titanium will be to go to the kelp area where all the stalkers are. They collect plenty of metal pieces we can borrow / steal technically. They know why we're here. Yoink. Alrighty, and we won't be able to breathe or exist inside of our room until we do a solar panel or bring some kind of power to it. But a solar panel is the best choice. We need another piece of quartz and a copper ore. I think we're gonna have to break some open for copper ore, because I think I used everything I had in storage. Quartz, quartz, quartz.
aboard, Captain.
Alright, now we've got a base. In the base, we can do many things. We can build a water filtration machine, turn seawater into water and salt. Oops, keep doing that. There's a bioreactor, which is good for energy. Power cell charger would be super useful, but we need a ruby for it. Ruby's going to be hard to get. We can build basic plant pots, which, if I remember correctly, we have lantern fruits stored somewhere. So we can have food. I don't already have it on me, do I? No. We can throw down a bed, so that way we can pass time. So when it's dark out and I don't feel like going to explore in the darkness, it's okay, because we can just pass time. And then of course we have many different things that we can do. We can put a glass roof on top of this if we want to. I will say, when it comes to base building, a very large majority of it is going to be done off screen, because it's just easier for me to do it off screen. It'd be very boring to spend a majority of this stream base building, because base building in this game is literally just going out, getting the ingredients you need, coming back with them, building what you want, going back out, getting the ingredients, you get the idea. Moon pool is most important if we can't build the power cell thing. Because our sea moth is actually getting close to running out of battery, which means we're either going to have to build new power cells or find a way to charge it. What do we need for everything? Titanium fiber, titanium copper wire aerogel. Grow little lantern fruit so we may have food to eat. Alrighty, let's grab some titanium, copper wire, fiber mesh. Fiber mesh involves the kelp, so we need 2 pieces of kelp. It doesn't seem that we have the aerogel ingredient, or like the recipe for it yet. So water filtration system's going to take a while, so we're still going to have to rely on bladderfish for that. This is the wrong tool. Alrighty, the sun's about to go down, so we can sleep soon. And then when we sleep and the sun comes back up, we can go and see what that life pod is about. Actually, let me check in the data, make sure that we haven't already discovered it. Life pod 13, 17, 19, 3, 4, and 6. Nope. In the meantime, I'm going to look for some bladderfish so we can make some more water. Ooh, I actually just saw and noticed how low our battery is. We might be better off at least making one power cell to pop in there. Or at least have on us 2 batteries and silicone rubber. Do I have any old batteries? Grab that piece of copper. I have 1 old battery. Alright, so we need 2 acidic mushrooms and another piece of copper. Might need to make some silicone rubber as well. Yeah.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent. Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Oh, there are quite a few predators down there. But it is what it is. As you can see, we have a couple of these electrode guys. Can't remember their exact names for them. But they are what they are. They shoot electricity, which is pretty inconvenient. I can also just barely see a few bone sharks, which are those guys right there. I'll make sure you're not going to do anything. Yeah. Stop.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Oh, I didn't mean to fully kill you, dude. I'm sorry about that. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put the repair tool over here, and we're gonna repair this when we get out, and then we're just gonna suck it up and go down there.
Passing 100 meters.
Mm-hmm.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Mm-hmm. Grab another breath. Can I use my rebreather here, or is there radiation? Ugh, freaking radiation. Alright. Alright, there's a cave system down there. Pretty good. Pretty neat. That electric dude's gonna be an issue, isn't he? I can just feel it already. And based on the way that that data pad's on the outside of the life pod, I don't know if we'll be able to hide inside of it. Oh well.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased. Integrating new PDA data. New blueprint acquired.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Hoo-hoo, that was a bit sketchy. I'm gonna park over here next to my comforting jelly ray babies. Oh no, this one's infected. Poor thing. And let's see what we picked up.
I'm not really a doctor. I know that's what my ID says, but I never have been. Cheated the medical exams. What does a doctor these days need to know about manually resetting bones? When was the last time a top surgeon actually cut someone open? That's what the robots are for. Doctors these days read diagnoses off of computer readouts. For that, I'm perfectly qualified. But what good is it when I'm not connected to the main network? I'm bleeding. I've got glowing green pustules growing on my hands. I run a self-scan and it tells me I've got skin irritation. The only thing I studied in medical school was how to lie convincingly. What the hell do I know about how to treat an alien disease? I think I'm actually going to die down here.
Poor dude. Unfortunate. Do we still have that beacon piece on us? We do. Hell yeah. We'll use it and we're gonna drop it off over there next to that piece. We can mark it to come explore later. And I was too busy, honestly, paying attention or listening to what was around us to see what we picked up from that. So I'll just have to check later on the stream. But I'm sure whatever it was useful. I have a very bad feeling about the area we just entered. Just gonna stay close to the surface and not look around. That's something that like you learn when it comes to Subnautica is when you have that feeling, just listen to it. Just listen to it. Trust your instincts, and your instinct is probably going to tell you to find home base and just ride that. Oh hey, it's an enzyme peeper. Well, I did say that when it comes to that infected hoverfish, if I found an enzyme peeper, I'd release him here. Alright, buddy. You see this guy? He's gonna be your new friend, okay? You follow him around. Get well soon. Thank you for being a friend. Bye. We'll have to find another Nemo. But it's well worth it if this little guy gets all fixed up. So cute. Bye, little guy. We'll keep an eye out for another Nemo.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, so we have that piece of ship over there. That was not the other ship piece that we found that like we weren't able to explore at the time. I still, if I remember correctly, it was on the left side of the hole, 1,110 meters, facing this direction of the life pod. We couldn't explore all of that particular ship piece because we didn't have the laser cutter, but now that we have it, we can get into that place. Is that a life pod? It is. It's life pod 3. Have we discovered that? What? Yep. Life pod 3. We've already gotten everything from there. Actually, there's a lot of titanium and stuff. Did I drop something here? I guess I did, but I already got everything from it. Anyways. 84 years later. I'm ready to get there's if I remember correctly, there is like an engine efficiency module that you can put in on the sea moth to make it go a little bit faster. I'm ready to have that already. Why does this not feel like the right area? Did I not go the right way? I don't think I went the right way, guys.
Erosion patterns of the land masses suspended here suggest they once floated on the surface.
This is a piece, but this was not the piece I was looking for. That's disconcerting. No. I'm bigger than you. Well, I guess let's look around now that we're here. Looks like we have quite a few bone sharks that are going to give us some trouble. Might have to kill a couple of them. Dig. I have to be careful not to let them fully damage my sea moth, because they can actually destroy it. No, no, no. They could destroy it. Shit. Of course, we're surrounded by them. Neat. There's not any following us, are there? I don't think so. Okay, let's repair this real quick.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, I guess we're just gonna do our best to explore, try to stay away from the stupid bone sharks. Hopefully they won't peck at my sub too much. That is something I'd be careful of when it comes to leaving your sea moth just hanging around with enemies like the bone shark, is they will just sit there and just smack themselves into it over and over again while you're not paying attention, and they can just destroy it while you're not even watching. So be careful and mindful where you park it. I'm gonna slip it right in here, so it hopefully should be okay.
30 seconds. New blueprint acquired. Thirty seconds. Oxygen. RAWM Safety Instructions Appendix A14. Don't climb on or get off equipment while it's moving. New blueprint acquired. Oxygen. New blueprint acquired. Seek fluid intake. Thirty seconds. Oxygen.
Alright, I think we've gotten pretty much everything we can from in here, because I don't think we can access the store. No, it's not accessible. Hell yeah, so we got... Aw, shit. I really need to replace the battery of this. And I can't find the access key for it, because that's for upgrades, not for the battery. Is it on the bottom? Stop. God, bone sharks are so annoying.
Seconds.
And there went the battery. Ah, there's the power cell. There we go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
While that may not have been the place I was looking for, we still got a decent amount of stuff from that, so that was nice. We got the entire, we got the entirety of the Cyclops scanned, didn't we, from that? So that's pretty awesome.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Alright, did we get any data from that? I don't think we did. I think the only data that we really pulled was what it talked about with the prawn suits. Oh, hey. I just noticed that we have this alien facility locations. Disease research facility at the depth of 800 meters. located in a cave system with an extensive fossil record southwest of the enforcement platform. Function, okay, southwest of the enforcement platform, so that must be what the weapon island is called. Has a function for live specimen studies and synthesis of antidote for highly infectious bacterium designated Kara. They also have a thermal power facility, depth 1,200 meters, located inside an extensive natural rock formation in an area of intense volcanic activity with the function to generate energy for all local facilities. There's also Sanctuary A, Sanctuary B, an off-site laboratory, and the primary containment facility. In the event of an outbreak, quarantine procedures will be automatically enforced with immediate effect. The quarantine enforcement platform will target all incoming and outgoing craft to prevent the spread of infection off-world. Okay, so at least we have like a little bit of an idea as to where we're going to be going. And then, of course, we have the high security terminal for the captain's quarters, codes 2679, which is on the ship. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that will probably be what we do on the next stream. We will go and explore the ship itself and see what all is on there. We'll get whatever blueprints it is that the captain or the Altera HQ sent to it. And yeah, maybe we'll find some useful stuff on there. In the meantime, between streams, I'm going to do some resource gathering so that way we can start working on fleshing out the base a bit more. I'm going to stream again in the morning at like 6 a.m. ish. So like it's currently almost 2 a.m. So I'm going to take a break throughout the rest of the day, and then I'm going to stream in the morning after I send my husband off for work, and just do a little bit of a morning stream and see how that feels. If I kind of like doing that, then we might do that more often, where I do one night stream, one day stream. And if I don't like it, then I'll figure out something else. Because like I love streaming during the day because it allows me to get in multiple streams, usually 3 or 4 if I'm lucky. Whereas streaming at night, I usually only do 1 or 2. So I would like to be able to maybe split it somehow. I don't know. Because like doing a nighttime schedule is easiest for me mentally. My body prefers nighttime over daytime. But with the daytime schedule, I get more done in my streams. So that's conflicting me a little bit, and I'm trying to figure out what the best routine is for streaming. But yeah, so we're going to do that and take a couple hours of break. So how we're going to end the stream, we're going to end the stream like we did last time with going over some of the life forms that we have scanned. We went over all of the carnivores and all the large herbivores in the last one. So now we're going to do small herbivores, leviathans, and possibly the scavengers and parasites. Oh, and if you don't want to stick around for this, if you spent time here today with me and, of course, Nemo 4 that we're on now, Nemo 4, thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to spend it here with us. I greatly appreciate you doing so. Alright, now let's get back into that. I wish it would stop doing this with the data thing where it like pulls down everything at once. Alright, here we go. Bladderfish. This unusual herbivore appears to be mostly defenseless and bears little resemblance to other life forms around it. It has a semi-permeable bladder. The bladderfish is able to filter air and seawater into its body cavity through a unique membrane which surrounds its spine like a bladder. This allows it to remove and consume organic particulate caught on the way and adjust its buoyancy. It also has open-ended vascular tubing, which can be angled and contracted to pump pump out water and achieve low-velocity guided propulsion. Largely oblivious to threats and practically immobile at night, its only identifiable defense mechanism is it's composed almost entirely of water, air, and cartilage. Assessment is that it is edible. Oxygen may be retrieved from the bladder and added to tanks on consumption. Oh, really? Well, duly noted. Uh, and the membrane has applications as a natural water filter. The boomerang fish. An herbivore encountered in large numbers, found to frequent shallow waters and move in schools. It has serrated teeth, which suggests adaptation for grinding corals other herbivores are unable to digest. It also has twin fins. Unusually, the species' two twin fins are cartilaginous. Cartilaginous? Is that how you say that? Extension of its skeleton. They are less prone to damage and provide superior propulsion, but are also harder to grow back. The bright blue tips are in fact the ends of its digestive tract, where luminescence of corals I am struggling. Where the luminescence of the corals it consumes is most focused. Most active during daylight hours and prone to flee on approach, the boomerang can be more easily observed at night when its luminescence gives it away and it seeks the shelter of the seabed. Assessment is edible. So the tips of it are the ends of its digestive system. Yeah. The Gary fish. A slow-moving and curious herbivore, camouflage indicates adaptation for evasive behavior on the ocean floor. It has eye stalks, which may be beneficial when watching for predators from hiding places amongst the coral. For its behavior, it is more active during daylight hours, but slow and docile at all times. The garryfish's survival depends on a combination of camouflage and predators who can get a more filling meal elsewhere. It is edible. The whole fish. A very small herbivore found in low numbers, often around cave system entrances where their skin coloration blends into the background. It has a bored-out tail fin, and by manipulating the size and shape of the hole in its tail, it can perform unpredictable maneuvers. It is smaller than most other herbivores, presumably due to lack of vegetation in low-light environments. It is edible. The hoverfish. A small, cautious herbivore commonly found in kelp-rich environments. It has charged foot pads. 6 unique limb appendages feature charged pads capable of ionizing the surrounding water. The hoverfish uses this ability to maintain its position against the current as it feeds from kelp and lichen. They are edible, but they're better off as friends. The peeper. A fast prey fish encountered in shallow waters and rich in protein. It has developed side-facing eyes capable of discerning colors not just in shallow waters, but in a variety of lighting conditions. It is also able to close its eyelids, thus preventing light from reflecting off the lenses and rendering the peeper almost invisible to nighttime predators. It has powerful fins, which enable rapid acceleration in still water and the ability to leap meters into the air to avoid pursuers. It also has a beak, likely used to break down corals and tough vegetation. An unusually large nasal cavity serves no obvious purpose and appears to be specifically evolved to detect a single specific enzyme. Nothing encountered on the planet so far produces a matching odor. It also has expulsion tubes. These tubes attached to the peeper's torso are connected directly to its stomach and gills and appear to be designed to expel its contents on demand. The purpose is unclear. While the peeper is well adapted to survive in shallow waters, a number of its features serve no discernible purpose. It would appear to be just as well suited to survive in deep waters and is somewhat more intelligent than the usual small herbivore. It is edible with a high calorie count, and it says that further research is required. And the last small herbivore we have is the spadefish. A medium-sized herbivore found in deeper waters. It has one single eye, observed swimming near to the seabed from where it can keep an eye on its predators on the water above it. It also has a mottled green coloration, commonly encountered in plant-rich environments. The spadefish is well adapted to hide among the vegetation. The spadefish tend to move in loose shoals, and despite their low speed, will take necessary maneuvers to avoid confirmed predators. They are edible and quite large. The leviathans, the beautiful, lovable reefback leviathan. This vast life form is in excess of 30 meters long and has been designated Leviathan class. Fortunately, it feeds exclusively on plankton-like life forms in the water. It has a chitinous shell. Most of the life forms topside and some of its underside are protected by a thick, layered exoskeleton. This suggests an evolutionary path quite different from other organisms on 4546b, most of which are vertebrate in nature. The reefback species has likely been able to grow far larger than other herbivores because anything large enough to break through its shell has long since gone extinct. It also has enzyme pods. Similar in appearance to the algae glands of the gasopod, these organisms on the reefback's underside serve some unknown purpose in its digestive system and are capable of expelling small quantities of stomach enzymes into the surrounding waters. It also has a local microcosm. An array of different barnacle and plant species grow on the reefback shell, thrusting their roots into the ancient scars in the chitin and taking advantage of their mobility to avoid predation. Nonetheless, reefbacks will often be pursued by the faster, hungrier herbivores, and thus this leviathan species is a mobile microcosm worthy of years of study in itself. Reefback lifespans likely extend through many centuries, should they survive their initial growth cycle. For the first few decades, their smaller size would make them vulnerable to carnivorous leviathans. Sociable and seen traveling in small pods and communicating by an echoing call, their behavior is consistent with low-level sentience. Assessment harbors plants, small fish, and metal-rich barnacles. A nice friend to have. Alright, scavengers and parasites, we have the ancient floater. Biodata suggests these fast floaters have matured in an ingenious symbiosis with the land they've attached to. The attached landmass is raised in the water, increasing the sunlight and encouraging plant growth. As older plants decay, organic residues and nutrients seep into the rock and are consumed by the floater. These circumstances must have held for thousands of years for a floater to reach the size that it has. Immature floaters are born near the surface from where they sink to the seabed, attaching to any stable surface they find on the way. Those individuals fortunate enough to attach to a digestible nutrient source will grow in size, thus increasing their buoyancy and drawing whatever they are attached to closer to the surface. In extreme circumstances, a number of floaters may attach to a Leviathan-class life form, forcing it to the surface and effectively asphyxiating it. The body will be consumed over a number of months until eventually dissolving, leaving the floaters free to attach to a new host. That's actually mildly terrifying. Those creatures which successfully raise the land mass to the surface are rewarded with a burgeoning and permanent food supply, allowing them to finally reproduce and begin the cycle again. Assessment incredible. So, those were the big massive things we saw holding up the islands. And according to the scan that we got from the other island, the one that is completely attached to the land, it used to be floating until it grew big enough. Cave crawler, little bastards. Agile, territorial carrion feeders, well adapted to both land and sea. They have a gas exchange membrane, which absorbs essential gases from the air or water for basic bodily regulation. It also has mandibles. This species seeks out corpses in packs before defending its claim while the corpse is devoured. Assessment is that it is a necessary waste recycler, avoid, or incapacitate. It's a little floater. Two species living in symbiosis which attach to and attempt to feed on any objects they come into contact with. The pink main body and inner suction jaw is the dominant creature. Once attached to an organism or other stable surface, it will attempt to leach nutrients in order to grow. The outer gel-like substance is a mesh of microorganisms capable of forming a sealed vacuum around the creature's jaws. It has a thin layer of helium stored within the outer membrane, providing buoyancy to the floater and anything it is attached to. May aid in the flotation of sunken objects. And finally, last but of course not least, we have the shuttlebug. A common scavenger at the base of the food chain, it is small enough to be of little threat to most organisms. This creature is clearly adapted to feed on the waste products of the ecosystem around it. It has three mandibles used to orient themselves when drifting and to filter through the detritus on cave floors, or detritus, that's what it's called, detritus, on cave floors. It has three little legs. High-strength muscles can propel the life form great distances through the water, as well as ambulating them across the floor. Assessment: necessary waste recycler. Presence may be indicative, blah blah blah, may indicate nearby cave systems. Heck yeah. I like that there are some creatures in the world that they're just chill. They don't give a shit. They're just existing, just like us. Also, did we not? I was gonna say, did we not get the bone shark? We did get the bone shark. Didn't. I guess we didn't read it. Did we already have it and didn't read it? We'll just go ahead and read it. Bone shark, a large and powerful predator that lives in small groups and fiercely defends its hunting grounds. It has a thickly armored exoskeleton which suggests defensive adaptation, either to larger predators or in-species aggression. The marked similarity to the segmented exoskeleton of the sand shark, suggesting a relatively recent common ancestor. It has large eyeballs consistent with high light sensitivity, likely for hunting of luminescent prey in low-light environments. It is generally slow and unresponsive as a means of energy conservation. They will act with uncompromising speed and aggression against any threat to their territory. Assessment is to avoid, but may be distracted by light sources. Nice. Heck yeah. Got a little bit more done. Slowly but surely chipping away at stuff. I will say, I don't know what happened. So, the rendezvous point over there, the island that we went to, we were supposed to get a message. I swear, I remember in the other times I've played Subnautica that we get a message that comes in before the second sunbeam message where they tell us to go and meet them on the island. And that message tells us that there is a rendezvous point to meet at and to go meet there. And it gives us the coordinates to the island. And that's what I was waiting for. And then when we got the second sunbeam and we watched the sunbeam go up, I was like, okay, that's weird. And then we got the life pod message, which talked about the rendezvous site, but wasn't the actual call to it, which was, I was like, okay. And then we got the other life pod that also referenced the rendezvous site, and I was like, we shouldn't have gotten these until we went to the rendezvous site. Like, we were supposed to get a message leading us there before it. But for whatever reason, it didn't come in. Like, that was something I was talking to my husband about in terms of, like, fabricating stuff, resource materials, the way things have been laid out, because the way resources are thrown around on the map is randomized every time you play. In terms of what we got for that, we got a good server. But in terms of the messages have not been coming in correctly. There's actually a small handful that we should have gotten already, and we just haven't. And it slightly concerns me, but at the same time, like, for the most part, it's fine. Whatever we're not getting, I do know where everything is. And we are getting the important stuff that I actually want to get. Like, we got, what I consider important was that message that we got from the Warper that said that they were hunting us. That's one that I wanted to make sure we got, which we did. And then, of course, the "What are you" message. I'm glad that activated when it did. And we got the Altera HQ message, thankfully, because I was genuinely getting to the point where I was thinking that we weren't going to get that either because it was taking it so long to come in. So, hopefully maybe it's just a matter of how the messages are weighing out. Maybe they randomize message layout so that way it's not so predictable. Because it's been a while since I played, since they updated it. Maybe that's something that they did, just change the message layout. But either way, I am glad that we went ahead and did go to the Rendezvous Island and get some stuff checked out. Now we have a couple more things that we can actually use and will be useful to us. We got a base started and stuff like that. While I am off screen, I'm going to do some resource gathering and building. I will not do anything major. I will not explore anything fun or anywhere we haven't been. I will literally just be bopping around in the shallows around the base, picking up resources and adding into the base. So, yeah. The next time I stream will be in a few hours when the sun starts to rise. I hope to see you all there. If you cannot join us live, that's okay. You know where to find the playlist and everything. But if you spent time here today with me, thank you so very much for spending it here with me. I'm talking to you, right there. I appreciate you. You keep me company at night, and it's just me and you against this terrible 4546B planet, all alone. And it's nice to have somebody, have some company. So yeah, thank you for being here. I hope to see you all soon. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye. Say bye, Nemo.